10 on your side.
A few hours after the president's news conference, the Pentagon broadcast a briefing of its own. 10 on your side military reporter Art Kahn joins us now with the latest from the Department of Defense. Art.
Yeah, Nicole, in the briefing, which concluded just about an hour ago, we heard from both the new Secretary of Defense, Chuck Hagel, and his deputy, Ashton Carter. Now, both spoke of cuts that will have a direct impact on this region's economy and on our neighbors in uniform.
The Navy will gradually stand down at least 4 wings. The first wing will stand down in April. Effective immediately, Air Force flying hours will be cut back. This will have a major impact on training and readiness.
The contractor workforce that depends on us, many of them will be affected very directly by this because we'll be cutting back on contractor spend. Remember, we have to find $46 billion between now and the end of the year.
Yeah, and 2 staunch supporters of our national defense representing Hampton Roads in Congress are Randy Forbes and Rob Whitman. They, along with other members of the House Armed Services Committee, spoke forcefully about the country's ability to make sure our men and women have a decisive advantage on the battlefield. Now, Congressman Whitman said, well, let's hear from him right now.
With this sequester, we will no longer be able to do that. Those men and women, unfortunately, will be asked to go into a fair fight. Fair may be great on the athletic field, but in defense of this nation, it is incomprehensible.
And no longer is it going to be acceptable for us to find the lowest possible point we can have for our military and still argue that it's acceptable. We are going to begin today a new chapter that rebuilds this military.
Congressman Forbes alluding to legislation he proposed that would exclude the Department of Defense from the cuts mandated by the sequester and allows a modified extension of the continuing resolution to fund DOD until a new defense budget is approved. And a modified CR could very well be in the works. Secretary Hagel referred to the CR, quote, in its current form. That's what he said in his remarks today, perhaps an indication that Congressman Forbes' proposal is gaining some support. Still, with the deadline for sequestration hours away, Congress is not in session. More on that part of the story tonight at 6. Live from the newsroom, Art Kahn, 10 on